Hello, can I have your attention please? Let's imagine. What if we moved to live on Mars? Seriously. Do you imagine yourself on Mars? Hold on guys. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun, and is the second smallest planet in the solar system. Mars is also often described as the red planet due to its reddish appearance. Several billion years ago when the planets in the solar system were formed, scientists believe that Mars was very similar to the Earth, with a substantial atmosphere and a surface partially covered by water. It was Earth's smaller twin. But now, the world is a cold, barren desert with few signs of liquid water. And before you decide, you have to put these points in your mind. 1. You have to know that you wouldn't be able to just bring all the oxygen you'd need to survive. So, you have to figure out how to produce oxygen to breathe. The Martian atmosphere is very thin, and it's 95% carbon dioxide. So, you could extract the oxygen from CO2 with machines like NASA's MOXIE. 2. A day on Mars is 40 minutes longer than a day on Earth. So just imagine what can you do with this extra time. You will be able to sleep more, reading, or doing some yoga, and whatever you want to do. But that's nothing compared to the extra time you'll get in a year, 687 days versus only 365 days on Earth. 3. Of course you know, shipping all the food from the store before you move to Mars is not a good idea. So you have to figure out a way to produce your food on Mars. By the way, you have to put in your mind, you will need to use hydroponics cultivating your crops in a mineral and nutrient solution, because there's no soil on Mars to grow food. So let me give you an advice. Being vegetarian is not easy in Mars. 4. Before you move to Mars, be sure to pack a lot of soap and laundry detergent. The red planet gets its nickname for the fine red dust that covers Mars' surface. The problem is that frequent and intense dust storms, big enough to cover the entire planet. 5. Because Mars located farther from the Sun than Earth, it will be a lot colder there. The average temperature on Mars is -63°C. That's about 77°C colder than on Earth. The extra distance will also make the Sun look much smaller in the sky than it does from Earth. But don't let the smaller-looking Sun and cold temperature fool you. Mars lacks the protective ozone layer we have in Earth's atmosphere, so you're much likely to be severely sunburned there. So take some serious sunscreen, like SPF 1000. Last 6. You have to remember, the gravity on Mars is about 1/3 of the Earth. And you know what? If you go to Mars, and then you return to Earth, you will need to learn how to walk again. I remember that I read in NASA News that when astronauts return to Earth from working on the International Space Station in a weightless environment for an extended period, it takes time for their bodies to readjust to an environment with gravity. Even standing upright can be a challenge. Are you still want to move to Mars?